All right, everyone. So we have a new patch, update 41.2. And did you guys ever think PUBG would be this? I mean, it's one thing with all the anime outfits, but I mean, what are we doing here? What are we actually doing here? Anyway, update 41.2 goes live tonight if you're watching this video when it first came out. So it's going to be May 13th at midnight, console May 21st. And let's see some of the highlights. Limited time PvE heist mode, where you choose your class and target and escape with loot while surviving an onslaught of enemies. Unlock and master all classes, each with unique abilities. Event Pass Payday, launching with the new mode. And under Other, we have new execution motion can be performed on downed enemies using melee weapons. Introducing a limited time weekend tournament called the Rumble Royale for Europe, North America, and Asia. And the platform it's on will be Steam and Epic Games. Okay, so maybe that's not for console. I don't know. It didn't say. And secret rooms have been added to Miramar. So let's scroll down and see what else is going on here. So the first thing is a introduction or a description of the new mode called Payday. It's a new mode. Experience the thrill of a payday heist in battlegrounds. Breach, loot, and pull off a clean escape. Further details can be found in the upcoming new mode Payday announcement. And apparently it is PvE. And then, of course, we have the Harley-Davidson collaboration. Stay tuned for an array of exciting updates related to our collab with Harley-Davidson. Be sure to check out the upcoming PUBG Harley-Davidson announcement to learn how to obtain the Harley-Davidson skins, navigate the fresh crafting page at the workshop, and much more. So here we have a picture of the loading screen with the Harley-Davidson motorcycle. An exclusive Harley-Davidson container is available on the starting islands of Erangel, Miramar, Sandhawk, Vikendi, Tago, Destin, and Rondo. The container can only be unlocked by players who own Harley-Davidson skins. If multiple Harley-Davidson skins are concurrently equipped, the system will randomly select one to display. Only the player who unlocks the container and their teammates can operate or ride the Harley-Davidson vehicle. Yada, yada, yada. We've seen this before a million times with the collaborations. However, I will say I have seen more people getting excited about the Harley-Davidson collab than I have any other collab. I mean, just off the top of my head, they've done Aston Martin, they've done Lamborghini, they've done Bugatti, a lot of other ones too. So, moving on, the secret room for Miramar. Hidden deep within Miramar's rugged deserts and cliffs are secret rooms that lead to abandoned mines. Traverse the dark underground passages and unlock doors with special secret room keys to discover high-value loot that appears to have been hidden away for years. Search for secret rooms amid the sandstorms of Miramar and secure rare items. Secret rooms containing high-value items have been added. Secret rooms can be accessed using keys available in normal and custom matches. So no big deal about this one. I mean, it's really cool, but it's nothing we haven't seen before on the other, whenever they add this to other maps. So most of the other maps already have keys that you can pick up that unlock secret areas or rooms. This is the exact same thing being added to Miramar. Very cool addition, but nothing mind-blowing going on. All right, here's one thing that's kind of exciting. You can do executions with melee weapons now. They're finally caught up, you know. Pretty much every game you can do like execution animations. So I'm curious to see what this is about. Available melee weapons: machete, sickle, crowbar, and pen. Targets: downed enemies. Duh. Downed enemies cannot be inside a vehicle or being carried by another player. How to execute: hold the interaction key on a downed enemy. Once the execution is initiated, the animation cannot be canceled. The action will be interrupted if the executing player dies or is displaced during the animation. As introduced in our roadmap video, PUBG 2026 is bringing execution animations to deliver a more stylish combat experience. This new action feature provides a more impactful way to eliminate enemies using melee weapons. I feel like we don't need this much explanation for a simple execution animation, but I will read it. Previously, finishing off downed enemies often felt repetitive and lacked variety, as does this paragraph. With this update, players now have an additional tactical option beyond gunfire: executing enemies with melee weapons for a more satisfying combat finish. The execution feature is designed as an expandable feature rather than one-time additional content. While it launches with 4 melee weapons, we plan to continue expanding the system with additional weapons and themed animations to broaden both expression and gameplay choices. Moving forward, we'll continue enhancing the excitement and expressiveness of combat while preserving PUBG's signature tension and intensity. Blue chip tower supply call improvements. I guess we're moving right on to the next chapter here. If you guys didn't get it from that last paragraph, you can execute enemies with the melee weapon now. I feel like we didn't need to read all that. That was a big explanation. I feel like, honestly, PUBG updates for like the smallest thing that's so easy to figure out. They give this huge, like paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs. And for the things that are actually hard to figure out, like remember when the blue chip recall system came out and everybody was like, how the F does this work? Their whole explanation was like, yeah, grab the blue chip, do the tower. It's the thing. It's like, and when the flare guns came out years ago, it was so touchy. You had to be in the circle and it had to be like phase 2 to get a care package, or you had to be out of the circle and it had to be a different phase to get a BRDM. And it's like, that's the kind of shit we need serious explanations for, so everybody understands it. We don't need a paragraph this long about how you can execute enemies now. I feel like this is just another example of how out of touch PUBG is with their actual player base. Sorry. Rant over. /rant. It's over. Blue chip tower supply call improvements. The supply call cost 2 enemy blue chips has been moved to 4 enemy blue chips after April 15th. Supply call appearance, standard size supply drops. Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Delivery method dropped after supply plane arrival. Casting time 10 seconds to 15 seconds. Okay. Mini size supply drops. I've never actually used this before because I just play the solo. So I don't know. Do you guys use this? Just call supply drops in with enemy blue chips? I mean, it's pretty cool. I don't know how much people are actually going to be utilizing it though. Supply drops are no longer delivered by plane, reducing the drop spread area. The time between completing the cast and receiving the supply crate has been reduced. The number of items obtainable from the supply crate has been reduced. The drop rates for items obtainable from the supply crate have been lowered. And then we have a dev comment. The blue chip tower supply call feature added in the last update was introduced to provide players with more tactical options beyond reviving teammates during combat situations. However, following the update, the feature was used more frequently than anticipated, resulting in increased acquisition of supply weapons and fatigue caused by frequent airplane sounds. To address this, we implemented overall balance adjustments on the 15th of April to make supply drop call-ins a more strategic choice. The required number of blue chips was increased from 2 to 4 to reduce usage frequency, while the supply crate composition and item probabilities were adjusted to lower reward expectations. With update 41.2, we've reworked the feature once again based on player feedback. To keep supply drop call-ins accessible without making them overly mandatory, we lowered the cost back to 2 blue chips while increasing the casting time and reducing item acquisition rates. Additionally, supply drops are now delivered instantly without a plane, helping reduce noise fatigue during matches. Through these improvements, we hope supply drop call-ins become an optional tactical tool rather than a mandatory gameplay element. We will continue monitoring gameplay data and making balance adjustments accordingly. I guess a lot of people actually were using these, which is why they're making such a big deal out of it. All right, gunplay. They're removing some weapons. Starting with the June update, the following weapons and all related content, including skins, will be removed from the game. Mosin Nagant, R45, DP28, PP19 Bison, P1911, and QBU. They're removing all the guns whose names just roll right off the tongue. Following the May update, weapon skins related to the weapons listed above will no longer be obtainable or purchasable through the in-game store, workshop, or crates. They will also become unavailable for trading on the Steam market. If you own bundles or crates containing skins for the weapons scheduled for removal, those bundles and crates will be updated to exclude the affected weapon skins, and compensation equivalent to the value of the removed skins will be provided. Starting with the June update, previously owned weapon skins listed below will be removed and compensation will be distributed according to the acquisition source. So click the link in the video description if you guys want to read this in details, if you're interested about what's going to happen to your items and how you will be compensated for them. Wow. That's a lot. Lot of skins people bought that aren't going to be usable anymore. That sucks. On to the next one. This one is for PC. Rumble. Introducing Rumble, a weekend limited casual competitive mode. What does casual competitive even mean? Where you can put your skill to the test without the pressure of ranked tiers. So what's the point of playing competitive if there's no ranked? Wouldn't that just be normal mode? You can play competitive as hell in normal mode. It just doesn't matter whether you win or lose. Rumble is a weekend event mode designed to preserve the tension and excitement of ranked gameplay while removing the burden of tier point losses from a pre-made squad with your friends. Test your teamwork and strategy. Okay, I don't get it. If you don't want the pressure of losing rank, don't play ranked mode. I mean, isn't that what makes ranked mode? Isn't that the appeal of ranked mode? Isn't that what makes it attractive to competitive players? Is that you are rewarded and punished based on how well you do. So I don't understand the point of having this. The rest of this is just times and places, rankings and rewards, leaderboards, just a bunch of stuff about this. I'm not going to go over this in detail. But if you are interested in it, if you're a PC player interested in this, again, link in the video description if you want to view all the details in it. I really just don't get this one. I really don't get the point of this one. Let me know if you do in the comment section. I'm curious. Let's see. And then we have some ranked updates. They said, as previously announced through the last update and weekly patches, ranked service hours in certain regions have been adjusted. Ranked matchmaking hours for certain regions have been newly added and adjusted. Ranked service schedules may continue to be adjusted after the May update to improve service stability and overall matchmaking quality. There's the hours. Pause the video here, or again, click the link in the description to go directly to this PUBG article. And then we have Workshop. New item sets have been added to the Hunter's chests and Archivist chests. And here we have some girls in swimsuits and a guy who had to borrow one of their swimsuits because he forgot his swim trunks. So those are some cool skins. I like those. Then, of course, the Harley-Davidson, which we already talked about. We get another picture. Looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. But I think they got the people wrong on this, you know. Most of the people I see riding Harley-Davidsons, you know, got the big beards, you know, a little thick, you know, a little older. I don't know. I don't want to classify all Harley-Davidson riders into one category. I just feel like that. I feel like when I see somebody, like, I like Harley-Davidsons. They look cool. I get it. They've always been cool. Part of American culture. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a Harley, no matter who you are. I'm just saying, me personally, when I picture somebody riding a big Harley, I'm usually thinking kind of like someone almost like my dad's age, you know, like around there, you know, 60s, maybe 70s. Got the big bushy beard, you know, big burly like bicycle guy. And then when I with a or bicycle. Did I say bicycle? Motorcycle guy. And then when I picture like younger people on motorcycles, I think more like the crotch rockets, you know. But I mean, I don't know. That could just be the way my brain interprets it. I'm sure tons of you big burly bearded dudes are all excited about this Harley. Survivor Pass, Urban Animals. A brand new Survivor Pass is prepared for update 41.2. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is where it's at. This is gonna be it. You know, I'm going for this pink poodle skin. That's what is this, man? What is this? I mean, look at this. This is crazy, dude. It doesn't surprise me though. PUBG's been doing weird stuff for a long time now, but we're gonna have actual like people dog hybrids running around in this game. We're gonna get oh, maybe they're trying to get furries to play the game. I don't know. Then, of course, we have the end of the update. We got bug fixes. So, again, if you guys, I never read these because it's very monotonous to read these. But if you guys are interested in all the bug fixes that happen, pause it right here or click the link in the video description. Hope you guys enjoyed this update. I'll probably be checking this out myself tomorrow whenever the update goes live. And hopefully I will see you guys on the next video or the next live stream. Thanks for watching and have a great day, everyone. Later.